Welcome to our sunrise safari, where we have started with some very pretty pops of colour. A red star, what was that, a hippo? A hyena. Red star zinnia flowers. There was a very strange noise from behind you there. My name is Tess, and behind the camera is Gert. And our plans for the day include everything big and small. Our focus is going to be colour. We're going to try and find you pops of colour. But the red star zinnia is, of course, one of the brightest pops of colour that we have out here, and one of the few bright red ones, other than maybe a few insects and dragonfly species. But this, of course, grows almost everywhere on the property, and in South Africa it's got a pretty wide distribution and is a gorgeous color. There's a few little dewdrops around. I can't get my words out. And of course you can even see the new flowers, those bright red ones, versus the ones that are getting old and starting to die off, the slightly more orange ones. Now, it's always fun to start a morning like this with flowers. And hearing hyenas in the background is even more fun, so we're definitely going to go and have a look at those. But before we do, while you are looking at some very pretty flowers, we are live, we are interactive, and at the moment, you're with me at Djuma Private Game Reserve in the Sabi Sand Nature Reserve.
But here, Panda, can you see this track clearly? Yeah? First of all, you can see the size of it, everybody. It's far bigger than my knife. Let me actually extend this knife out. I'll give you this track here. So from there to here, we're looking at 16 centimeters. That is very, very, and if I measure it width-wise, we're looking at a similar width. Now, bearing in mind our leopard, male leopard, is the size of my knife, both directions. Female leopard is about 8 centimeters, is about there, and not as wide as that. And then you get a lion, which is obviously much bigger. Female, 13 to 14 centimeters, bearing in mind substrate. Male lion, 16, 17 centimeters, bearing in mind substrate. But have a look over here is the back pad. There are those 3 lobes we always talk about at the back. Panda, can you see that all right? There are the 3 lobes. And look how wide the outer toe is to the back pad. It's very, very wide. Very, very wide. That's the front foot of a male lion.
At the moment he's feeling a little bit nervous. He's scared at the moment because just opposite our game reserve, Amakhala, on the neighboring side, there's a coalition busy staring at him over the fence line, and he's feeling a little bit nervous by that. And so he's alone, whereas there's a coalition nearby, so naturally he is going to feel a little bit nervous, and sort of just reversed his whole body at the base of this bush over here. This male was moments ago roaring, but now he's decided to get up, and now he's just walking up on the slope. And if you just look just beyond that male lion, you're going to see there's a red hartebeest already on top of the slope. I'm pretty sure that hartebeest knows exactly what's going on here and has chosen the higher ground as an advantage. There, he's roaring, listen. Wow, it's incredible. I'm just trying to give a think here. When was the last time I actually saw this beautiful male lion? I don't think I saw him during this stint while I've been at Amakhala. This is, I think, the first time. And of course, some of you will be familiar with my stint at Madikwe. I was there just prior to Amakhala. So I spent time elsewhere, back in the land that I love so much, Amakhala. Good to follow up and see how he's doing. Look at that pose. Isn't that just a typical Lion King pose? As you can see, this male lion is not interested in the antelopes whatsoever. Those hartebeests are staring back at him, but he's not interested at him. He is more interested in what the male lions on the neighboring game reserve is doing.
We've had a lot of rain this morning, so I have eventually managed to get out, and you can see that this ostrich is rather wet and it's also rather sleepy, but nice that I can get up close and personal with it as we watch it just having a little bit of a snooze, and but still keeping its head nice and upright, although you can see a little bit moist around, and it's quite interesting now that we can see nice and close. You see how big their eyes are, and their eyes are actually almost the size of billiard balls, if you know snooker, and they actually take up so much room in the skull that that they're bigger. Either of the eyeballs are bigger than its brain, and they do say that this is why they're also not particularly good at eluding predators, because they tend to run in circles.
But this is all the males that do all the hard work within the family or within the structure of the herd itself. They become soldiers, they become protectors. All the time, wherever the buffalo comes from, they have to make sure that they conquer, that the lion mustn't be able to get to the rest of the female and the youngster. It's in the nature of a buffalo to protect, especially males. There's reason you find sometimes the males, because of that hard duty that they do normally from the breeding herd itself, they tend to move out of the matriarch society and do their own bachelor boys, where they can able to maintain the standard of their living and also putting up the weight and make sure that they're always physically healthy when it comes to protecting them, might protect themselves, and able to have again a very strong confidence when it comes to mating, because if they stay with the females all the time, they will be mating and protecting and walking, where in a metric society buffalo walks kilometers and kilometers, up to 30-40 kilometers a day. Wonderful. We have this young elephant that's coming towards the vehicle. It's a huge benefit to have a very relaxed elephant. Look at this young. It's really encouraged by the mothers, because it's not the first time encounter vehicles coming so close, and also for itself it will grow out having that confidence of a vehicle is something that is not going to change the environment, or is something that comes and harm. It will come and go, just come and look at us and enjoy the space. It's really amazing. Really, we're building future of this young elephant, and I believe that it's something that we're going to benefit. Look at this. Look at that. If you join us wildlife, and you'll be able to enjoy leopards, lions, cheetah, and elephant, of course, very common to see on our locations in a daily basis. Coming back to the impala, these guys, they are mixed feeders. They eat grass and shrubs, of course. That makes them also be healthy, not run out of food in the area, and it's easy for them when it comes to season, because they do have window when they can mate, which is right this time, March, April. It's a ratting season from this species. They mate, and they'll stay at least for 6 months, expecting, or digestive period is 6 months in order to see the youngster. I would like to thank everybody that really joined us for the morning ride, all the questions and comment. Of course, it was really lovely. From all our team here at Wild F, we really appreciate you. We see you this afternoon, and from myself, Rexon, and BK behind the camera, we are so happy to have you all. And it's a lovely ride from big to small. We have seen all of them. It's unbelievable. I really wish it would be like that this afternoon. I'd like to start with something big, or it might be lions, because the weather is perfect here. It will be great. I hope to join you this afternoon.